want to share with you some of the highlights over the years that we've used to take advantage of every year to minimize our taxes and maximize our wealth in our growing real estate portfolio. First, this is my number one, the value of a dollar. If you are an employee and you earn a dollar, depending on the state, you may have state and federal taxes, so that dollar may only put 60 cents in your pocket. If you're going to buy a $1,000 computer, I'll go rough on the math, you need to earn $1,600, pay tax on that, then buy the computer and pay tax on that. So the value of your dollar gets stretched really, really thin if you're buying it for personal use. If you're buying it for your business, it's 100% write-off as soon as you write that check or put it on your credit card. And of course, you're going to use a business credit card, not a personal credit card for your business. Hey, what's up, all of my real estate peeps? This is Brian Lucier from the Why Not Real Estate Podcast. First episode in 2025. 2024 has been a great year for us. And in this episode, I want to unpack some of the strategies that we're going to be using that I'd love to share with you for our taxes this year and how we can minimize our tax footprint and maximize our wealth. So I just want to let you know that Bel Air Property Management, our management company, and BHB Group, 2024 was a rocket ship of volatility for both triumphs and tribulations. So here we are at the beginning of a new year, closing out 2024, and I want to put this out there for all of you as a public service announcement. You are in control of your own tax deductions. Let that sink in. A CPA is going to do what a CPA does, but you're going to set the course. In this golden nugget, I want to offer you a little bit to help you get over the hurdle to keep more money in your pocket and pay less taxes. So disclaimer right off the bat, I am not a certified tax accountant. I'm not a certified public accountant. I'm not a tax advisor or financial advisor. I do have 20 plus years experience in real estate and using creative ways to save money on taxes. So let's dive in. Your bookkeeping records for you now should be closed for 2024. I'm recording this on January 2nd, so 2024 pencils down. But that does not mean that the story you have is set in stone. As you're preparing your taxes and itemization for the year, now is the time to reevaluate what marbles you want to put into what box and what is income and what is expenses. Well, to start, I do have a few book recommendations to help you out. I want to dig into a high level of some of the things that you may be overlooking as a real estate investor. So the first two set of books I have are written by Amanda Hahn and Matthew McFarland, and both of these books can be found on Bigger Pockets under the bookstore section of their website. So if you recognize the name Amanda Hahn and Matthew McFarland, they're all over social media. They have a web plenty of podcasts. They have a website which is keystonecpa.com. They're on multiple different podcasts, multiple different shows, multiple different interviews. Just look them up on YouTube, and I'm sure you're going to get a wealth of information. And today, I went onto their website and I was able to download a free book. So that's out there. And again, the website is keystonecpa.com. So let's jump into the books. These two volumes are a 1-2 punch for any real estate investor trying to enhance your planning to pay less taxes and keeping more dollars in your pocket. The first one is the book on tax strategies. I want to make sure you can see that. There we go. There it is. And the second book is the advanced book on tax strategies. So let's do this right. Here they are, the two books. So I'll give you the links to these as well. So in the first book, the book on tax strategies, you're going to learn ways to maximize your tax deductions as a real estate investor, entrepreneur. Clever ways to write off your kids. I've heard this done so many times. My kids right now are over age. I'm an empty nester, I'll leave it that way. But if you have young children, there's ways that you can pay them as employees and clever ways that you can write them off and create savings for your family. They offer tips and tricks to cut down on your bookkeeping time, which, oh boy, when you scale up and your business grows, this time-saving technique can save you thousands of dollars. This one I love, strategies to write off your travel. Newsflash, if you're a real estate investor, there is real estate everywhere. Potentially every vacation you take with your intention to look for properties, rental properties, or some other type of real estate investment could legally be 100% write-off. And then there's all kinds of other ideas that will protect you if you do get audited from the IRS, which is worth its weight in gold. And then in the advanced book, they get into some deeper strategies, how you can use rentals to wipe out your taxable income. I know that we've done this for over 20 years. There's pros and cons to that, but I'll let the book go through all that. Ways also in this book, you will learn how to increase your ROI through tax deferral techniques. Some of those, of course, are 1031 exchanges, and they will walk you through how you can get cash out of a 1031 exchange without paying the taxes. And they have some other strategies in there as well for tax deferment, which are really great. How to grow your wealth with self-directed investments. That is gold. If you already have an IRA or a 401k, how you can redirect these as a self-directed investment and invest in real estate. And if you combine it with a Roth IRA, it's just like superpower, right? But you can read the book and find out about that. I'm not a CPA, so I don't feel qualified to give you the nuts and bolts. How to take advantage of opportunity zones. Different cities, different towns are offering tax advantages and other incentives to develop areas of town that need help. And the list goes on and on and on. So again, I would definitely add these to your bookshelf. Take a good read on these. They're thin books, so you'll finish these probably in a couple weeks. So probably a good idea to digest those books. I mean, your records are already done, but digest these books and think about what you've already recorded in your bookkeeping this year and how you might be able to redirect some of your income to be expenses to make it tax deferred, pay less taxes, and keep more money in your pocket. Now, the third book I'm going to recommend, this one is really good. I've watched this gentleman on a lot of different podcasts, watched him on a lot of shows, very enthusiastic. The third book I'm recommending to you today is from the Rich Dad Advisor Library. And the name of this book is Tax-Free Wealth from CPA Tom Wheelwright. This was a really great book. So I would definitely suggest getting your hands on this one. It's a little bit thicker of a read, but it's very written in plain English and easy to understand. His website is tomwheelwright.com, which is TOMWHEELWRIGHT.com, tomwheelwright.com. He also has some special offers in there where you can find out all kinds of information. He's got links to some of his other social media. So you can find Tom on social media and on YouTube and find out a lot of strategies by listening to his podcast and watching his interviews. So even if you don't have the time to read the book, you can spend a half hour, maybe half a day going through some of his entertainment value and investor entrepreneurial advice and save some money on taxes. He also talks about the correct strategies and structures to really save wealth. The book is really easy to understand and digest and simple to understand language. To boil it down, the number one purpose of owning a business is to buy real estate and use it as a tax shelter to grow your wealth. And Tom's going to unwrap all that in this book and tell you how to do it. Also in this book, what you're going to learn is why the government wants you to pay less taxes, why investors and entrepreneurs get all the tax breaks, why not to fear an audit and how to prepare for it, and how to use your tax savings to build tremendous wealth through real estate. So I would definitely recommend that you devour these 3 books in preparation to finalize your tax story for 2024. Get out there, watch their social media, see their videos, listen to their podcasts. They both have podcasts, so subscribe to both of their podcasts. And then off of my personal spreadsheet, I want to share with you some of the highlights over the years that we've used to take advantage of every year to minimize our taxes and maximize our wealth in our growing real estate portfolio. First, this is my number one, the value of $1. If you are an employee and you earn $1, depending on the state, you may have state and federal taxes, so that dollar may only put 60 cents in your pocket. If you're going to buy a $1,000 computer, I'll go rough on the math, you need to earn $1,600, pay tax on that, then buy the computer and pay tax on that. So the value of your dollar gets stretched really, really thin if you're buying it for personal use. If you're buying it for your business, it's 100% write-off as soon as you write that check or put it on your credit card. And of course, you're going to use a business credit card, not a personal credit card for your business. Your business expenses, your phone, your computer, your paper toner, your desk, your office furniture, the things that you need, office lamps, whatever it is that you need. Your home office. Talk to your CPA on this. There are IRS guidelines. We try to stay within the 20% margin. So if I have a home office here, I'm in my home office here in this beautiful condo overlooking the Caribbean. Hello, Caribbean. But here we are, and I use this primarily as this portion of it by square footage as my home office. So I'm able to deduct a portion of this location as my home office. Now, your vehicle. You have to go out to see real estate. So if you're going to track mileage, go onto the IRS website. They will give you all the percentages and how many pennies per mile you can use for business, medical, religious, worship, whatever. And you can use your vehicle as a way to reduce your tax base. Now, if you are full-time and you do this all the time, maybe you want to get one of those huge trucks, talk to your CPA and see how you might be able to write that off as a tax deduction owned by your business. And then, of course, we talked about travel. There's real estate everywhere. So as long as your intention is to go there with the purpose to talk to realtors, to understand the market, to brokers, property managers, whoever you need to talk to, document everything, there's a very high chance you can write off 100% of your travel. And at the same time, if you're looking at a nice location with a beach or something like that, someplace you want to go, then it's just icing on top of the cake. Your legal training and subscriptions, these books would all be tax deductions. Your professional subscriptions that you need to do if you're going to join a RIA or some other investing club, or training if you're going to take webinars or travel to different locations for seminars. That's all deductible, and you get to decide. It is your primary responsibility to figure this out. And I'm going to read this quote off the back of Tom Wheelwright. Federal Second Circuit Court of Appeals Judge Leonard Hand, look him up, quotes, "Anyone may so arrange his affairs so that his taxes shall be as low as possible. He is not bound to choose the pattern which will best pay the Treasury. There is not even a patriotic duty to increase one's taxes. That's a federal Second Circuit Court of Appeals judge of the United States says it is your obligation to pay low taxes. Thank you, learned hand, and definitely check that out. So let's wrap this up. How do you find a good CPA? We've had a great CPA for us in Massachusetts. We've been dealing with him since the beginning of Bel Air Property Management and BHB Group. So he's been our financial planner throughout, and he knows how we operate. And you've got to find one that fits your story best for you. Now, I believe it's Thomas Stanley's book, The Millionaire Next Door. He highlights that your CPA can be the most valuable networker on your team as you grow your business. Think about it. Finding the right CPA can make or break the survival of your business. Now, finding one who can help you partner up with other people that can help support your business is worth its weight in gold. And your CPA is going to know who's successful and who's not. And they'll be able to recommend to you other property managers, other people in the industry that could help you and get together with you. Now, again, he can set you up for future wealth for decades to come, just like ours has. So what are some of the questions you should be asking before you sign on with a CPA? Number one, do your clients that you currently work for own real estate? That's going to tell you right away if he understands depreciation and the tax code laws for real estate. What ideas do you have to maximize depreciation on my rentals? And if he's kind of cookie cutter out of the box, you might want to look around. But if he's done this a lot, worked with other real estate entrepreneurs and investors, he may have some other suggestions of what other clients have done. Then you want to ask, may I have client referrals who invest in real estate? You're going to check out some of the clients he works for. Of course, you're going to ask them if they're happy with his services. And then you build your network with other like-minded individuals who are doing real estate in your market, who again open up your networking. Go back and check out our other yellow podcasts on how to build your professional team. Absolutely. This is a great question. When we first hired our CPA, we didn't know it, but he was a real estate investor and entrepreneur. So ask your CPA, if you're going in as a real estate business, do you own real estate? And if your CPA owns real estate, then you can bet your dollar, bottom dollar, top dollar, that he's going to be taking advantage of everything that they can do to maximize their wealth and minimize their tax footprint. So, last question is, would you be open to networking with us to help grow our business and your business? I know other people in the real estate industry who are looking for a great CPA. You're a CPA who works with real estate investors. Can I leverage my relationship with you to build my network? Your network is your net worth, and your CPA is going to be one of the fastest ways for you to get there. So there you have it. That's our first post of 2025. Welcoming in the new year, hopefully saving you some money on your taxes and helping you increase the wealth in your pocket. So these tips and techniques should help you chart your course to some significant tax savings this year, for last year, and for decades to come. I definitely practice what I preach here. We've been using tax saving strategies for years, for decades, and it's helped us to achieve the wealth and lifestyle that we've always dreamed of. And now I want to share what I've learned with all of you. There we have it, our first one in the books for 2025. This is Brian Lucier from the Why Not Real Estate Podcast, Golden Nuggets, first one of 2025. Signing off, and we'll see you on the next one.